Good morning. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Ross and I attend Parkhead Nazarene at Burger Street. I have been asked to share about a particular psalm that has had an impact on my life of faith. So this morning we're going to look at Psalm 23, The Lord is my shepherd. One of the things about the book of Psalms that I love is that we often see the full range of human emotion even within one psalm. In Psalm 23 we see that David's faith is strong and secure. For me, this psalm is a challenge. As I live my day-to-day life with all the ups and downs that I face, can I read and pray this psalm and know it to be true, but more importantly, live my life with it in action? One of the ways I serve within the church is as a YP leader. Ever since I was at YP, the first programme of every year is that we write a letter to ourselves for the same programme the following year and open and read the letters that we wrote to ourselves the year before. These letters contain hopes, dreams and aspirations for the year ahead, as well as some reminders and memories of how we felt at the time. The reason I mention this is that the letters we wrote this year didn't factor in the extended period of lockdown that we are currently facing. I'm sure most of us will know that there is a song version of Psalm 23. The chorus of that song says, "And I will trust in you alone." As we write our letters, we have no idea what, if any, of our letters will come true. But we have a God who is in control and is working for our good, who not only wants us to make it through lockdown, but wants us to thrive in this period of our lives. Our God, who, as Jeremiah 29:11 says, has a plan to prosper us and not to harm us, plans to give us hope and a future. When I know this truth in my life, the chorus, "And I will trust in you alone," can be my only response as I allow God to be in control of my life. This is also a psalm of testimony for me. I grew up in the church, went to Sunday school and YP until about the age of 18 or 19. At that point, I thought I knew better and went and lived life my way. Fast forward to last year, life really isn't good. I'm struggling after a really tough couple of years, and somehow I find myself back at church where I experience God's peace and presence. Over time, as I start to trust Him, my life begins to change, and I am at peace with all the stuff I tried so hard to fix myself, but actually just ended up in a bigger mess. As I allowed Him to work and change me, I am able to say this psalm is a truth in my life. But I also know going forward, God is far from being finished. As we all face challenges in life, we have the choice to do it our way or trust in God's way. There are days in certain situations where I try too hard to fix it myself instead of trusting God. This is a psalm I pray as a reset prayer, an admission that I haven't given God the space to work in whatever has happened that day. As I pray, I am reminded of the path that God has brought me, and I am reminded that He has promised that this path has so much further to go. In verse 5, it says, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies." When I read this verse, I think of my mum in the first year or so after I moved out of my parents' house. She'd invite me over for dinner. She'd make my favourite meal of homemade steak pie, mashed potato. She'd buy beetroot from the shop just for me. She would keep my sweet corn cold and separate before heating everyone else's in the microwave. I was treated like a king. In the way that my mum knows to the last detail exactly how I love that meal, Jesus knows us far more deeply and in every aspect of our lives. Through trusting Him with our lives, we have the promise of an eternity with Him and a seat prepared for us at His table. Jeremiah 1:5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations." So as you start your day today, what does this psalm mean to you? Do you know it as a truth in your life? What are the things in our lives that we hold on to because trusting God feels like a huge step into the unknown? Let's pray. Father, at the start of a new day, we remember your promise that you have a plan for us to prosper us and not to harm us, that you want the best for us, and that as our good shepherd, you want to walk it with us if we put our trust in you. Amen. Guys, I hope you have a great day.